And we're now getting some breaking news. This is regarding the Air India plane crash. Now, US Watchdog, FAA, Federal Aviation Administration, and Boeing vouch fuel lock safe. The US Watchdog has said that the Dreamliner fuel switch is safe. The mystery switch flip killed Air India engines. This is as per the preliminary report. And 3 seconds after takeoff, the fuel switch is cut. And that led to the biggest aviation tragedy and the biggest aviation safety mystery of all times. So the US Watchdog, the Federal Aviation Administration and the Boeing have now vouched that the fuel locks are safe. In fact, the Federal Aviation Administration has said that the Dreamliner fuel switch is safe. And remember, the mystery switch flip killed the Air India engines. Just 3 seconds after the takeoff, the fuel switches were cut. And this is as per the preliminary report of the probe panel in this particular matter. My colleague Amit Bhardwaj is now joining us with more details on this. Amit, US Watchdog and the Boeing has now claimed that the Dreamliner fuel switches are safe. And it was reported in the preliminary report that it was because of the fuel switches that the fuel supply was cut off to the engine that led to the tragedy.
Well, Anjali, the FAA continued airworthiness notification, the latest one rather, is pointing out that there are no problems with the fuel cutoff switches. And it is the FAA notification is saying that as far as Boeing Dreamliner fuel cutoff switches are concerned, the switch design does not pose unsafe conditions. And in fact, even if you go by the 2018 of airworthiness for these Boeing 737 fuel cutoff switches, where the concerns were raised with the 787, which is the Boeing Dreamliner craft, which AI-17 was. It was not mandatory, notification that was issued, rather something that was flagged by the FAA for the airline operators to be aware of. However, having said that, the entire issue remains under investigation at this point in time. What aaib will be probing henceforth is pretty clear. The Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau will be looking at 3 particular angles to be very specific. Number one, whether there was any technical glitch with Boeing Dreamliner fuel cutoff switches, which led to this transition right after the takeoff, immediately after the takeoff. And remember, this is not one fuel cutoff switches which transition from run to cutoff, rather both of them at difference of 1 second.